So today I'm going to show you what is actually holding you back in life. Because it's one thing, and once you find out about it, everything will be easier. So first, you can understand the whole key to this is your mind. Your mind controls your actions. Your actions control your reaction from the universe, and this is what creates your results. Once you can trace back the source of every problem back to your own mind, you will get your control. You will finally be able to do everything that you want to do because your mind is everything. When you take a look at a billionaire, he's only a billionaire because of his mind. That's it. Everything he's reading, everything he's studying, every knowledge that he has, that's what makes his body move certain directions to be able to produce kind of results, right? And then you got to understand the science of it because everything vibrates. So he is like a giant atom that vibrates at that success level. So the universe will obviously react in a specific way. It will not repel things from him, it will attract things to him. So it will attract opportunities and everything. And the only way you can change your vibration is your mind. You can't do it with your hands, you can't do it with your legs. It's your mind. Even when you want to do a physical act, like go train or run and do a physical action, it is with your mind. Your mind begins everything, it is the source. So you got to understand the whole process of how your mind works. So, first, you have to understand you got two parts to your mind, and we're going to focus on the conscious mind first, okay? Your conscious mind is your thinking mind, it's your educated mind and sensory mind. So, let me explain that before I go further and stay here with me. It is your thinking mind. It is the mind right now you're using to think. Yeah, I want to do this. I need to do that. What about this person? And the way you think about things. It is your educated mind. It is the part of your mind that school focuses on. But it is not the mind that moves your body. It is not the mind that behaves, okay? And it is a sensory mind, which means it is connected to your senses. You can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, right? So everything you see outside, you start thinking about it in here. And remember, it can only accept, reject, and originate ideas. So it can accept thoughts like, let's say you have a thought about eating a sandwich, right? And you accept it, and then you can go do it. Let's say you can reject thoughts. Let's say somebody calls you something you don't like, you can reject it in your mind, or you can reject a idea of doing something you shouldn't do, and you can originate ideas, as in you can make creations, like invent something. Like every invention started out here. All the phones, all the computers, every single thing, everything that was made came from the conscious mind because that's where you can originate ideas. So that's the functionality of the conscious mind, but it is only 5% of your mind. It is only 5%, and that's the only one we use, and we wonder why we failed. So here is the key to it all: your subconscious mind, which is right here underneath it. And the subconscious mind is your emotional and behavior mind. Now, what do we mean by this? Emotional mind, it is where you feel. And once you understand that feeling is just another word we made for conscious awareness of the vibration you're in, then you understand feeling is just a vibration. Because the law of vibration, which all science and quantum physics agree on, that everything vibrates. You can zoom in with a microscope in anything around you, and you will see atoms and molecules dancing, vibrating at millions rate per second, right? Everything vibrates. So your subconscious mind is your emotional mind, where you can choose the vibrations, right? And it is your behavior mind. That's where all your habits are. All your habits and behaviors are stored in here. And that's what actually moves your body in that specific way. Now, understand that your subconscious, it controls your behavior, and it can only accept, it can't reject. This is the most crucial part to it all. You gotta understand this. Your subconscious mind can only accept, your conscious mind can reject, but your subconscious mind can only accept. That means if you have an idea in here that says, I always eat bad foods, but in here you're thinking, man, I want to go on a diet because I want this perfect health and perfect body. It doesn't matter what you say here because it's 5%. This is the 95%. So whatever you say here, you will eventually end up going doing something else. Now, you can see this with most people every New Year's Eve, right? They make a New Year's resolution in here, right? The thinking mind, the educated mind. They think, I want to do a New Year's resolution. I'm going to write it out. I'm going to do this. I want to make this new business. I want to go lose weight. I want to I want to change myself and find a new soulmate and change my behavior. It doesn't matter because you made the choice here. If it's not made in here, nothing will happen because here is the whole process that happens every New Year's Eve. You say you want to do this, you end up after 20 days of doing it with force, you're forcing it. After just 20 days, 30 days, your subconscious mind takes over and says, no, we're going to go back to our program that is stuck in here, right? It acts like a cybernetic program. I will make another video about this, or maybe talk about it later, but your subconscious mind will drag you back to the program you have in here because you haven't changed it. And this is why, actually, this is what is holding you back in life. It is the ignorance of how your subconscious mind works. This is where your habits are. Everything you're doing wrong in life is because it's here. You have repeated it over and over again, and it's stuck in here. And you have to reprogram it and remove it. Once you remove it, you're gonna fly. You're gonna fly effortlessly and flow easily in every habit. When you look at a person that is rich or successful in a way that you want, do you notice how he can just do the things so easily and just get up and wake up early and do the things you have to do? And when you try to do it, you feel so much force and nagging in your mind, and everything just feels heavy, right? That's because in that successful person, he has programmed it the right way. Everything's smooth here, so he can operate the right way. Yeah, he acts like a computer too, right? So subconscious mind also, last thing, it can't determine what's real and imagined. So whatever you even imagine here and it goes here, it will start to believe. That's what people believe, the weirdest stuff, right? So even visualizing, so starting to visualize who you want to be and planting it in here, that will cause you to go become that person. So what is it called that is actually in the subconscious mind that stops you? It is the paradigm. Paradigm is what controls your life right now. Paradigm is a group of habits bundled together in the subconscious mind. It's lodged in your subconscious mind. You got this habit since you were a child. Now, this is this is important. In your little life, when you were a child, you only had a subconscious mind. You didn't have a conscious mind yet. You get this when you start operating on beta waves, which happens at 7 years old, right? But as you're 1 years old, 2 years old, you can't even accept or reject what you want. You can only accept. So you got all these habits since you were a child, and all self-sabotaging beliefs became stuck in here. So whatever you want to be and you're thinking about, it won't happen because your paradigm will move you in that direction. And as your paradigm moves you in that direction, remember, it's in your subconscious mind, so it's the emotional mind. It's also a feeling, the feeling of you. Whatever your name is, let's say your name is Sarah. This is the feeling of Sarah. This is the feeling of John. And this feeling, when it's in subconscious mind, your whole body vibrates in that frequency. And everything with a like frequency will attract. I've mentioned this a couple of times. Look at a water drop and a peanut oil. If you take a peanut oil and a water drop and put them together, they can't touch each other. They repel. They're not in the same frequency. You take two water drops, put them together, they will become one because then they're at the same frequency. So if you're operating at a peanut oil frequency, you can only go do peanut oil actions and get peanut oil results. That's simple. That's how it works. So it doesn't matter how much water you want. If you got oil here, you will go this way. Now, this is all scientifically backed about the mind. The more you study it, the more you're going to understand how you operate, and try to check how you're doing things in a day, how you want to do certain things, but you notice you do something way different and you sabotage yourself. This is why it's your paradigm. Now, if you try to change your actions, you will only change temporary. Your paradigm will snap you back to your old self. This is what happens to everyone. It doesn't work this way. But if you change your paradigm, then your behavior changes. And when your behavior changes, your vibration changes. And when your vibration changes, your results change permanently because the universe will start to be in harmony with you. And this is why you're stuck. Now, if you need more information about this, DM me on Instagram for more information, and I will gladly hop on a call and help you out with it. Now, remember, the paradigm controls your vibration and your behaviors. That's what you need to change. If you The best way to change it is through repetition. Repetition, repetition, repetition. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.